How's it going, guys? I just realized that I had enough money to upgrade this spear. I'm taking it. I'm going for it. I mean, it really blasts through pretty much every penny I had. a lot of money. Nuts. Because now I basically have to run the shop because I want to make sure that the next time I am down in the dungeon, if I need to bail a little bit early, that option is available to me. I'm just going to take everything there and start selling a bunch of it. I want to be able to bail if it comes down to it, and you need cash to do that to activate the different pendants. So I guess we're running the shop quickly. It puts me a lot further from being able to afford a new set of boots or that new helmet or anything like that, but I think it was worth it to get the stronger spear, especially if I'm going to try and go down to the bottom of the forest dungeon and take on the boss next here. Hopefully those botanist jottings are worth as much as I hope that they would be worth. Chances are people don't care about it as much as I do, although I feel like, actually, when I actually think about it, I think that sort of stuff was worth more than the history. Well, I guess it's just kind of comparable. It's worth less than the histories overall. It is worth less. Okay, so I better not overestimate it by too crazy of an amount. We'll stick them both at 4 for now. This guy, he's specifically coming in looking for... Hey, he reluctantly bought that finally. He had like the map thing over his head, so I assumed he was coming in looking for specifically for things like that, diagrams and histories and the such, but then he ended up buying whatever that other thing was instead. Ooh, just one reluctant purchase, but I'm very happy we managed to snag her buying all 5 of those at 4,000. That gives me the craziest cash boost. Come on, buy that log. Buy it. You know you want it, you old bag. The amount of times I've lowered the price on this thing is insane. It's magic. This is just ancient. Why is the ancient worth so much more? It makes no sense to me. Y'all are crazy. Another thief. Hey, we moved the fertile soil or whatever it was. It wasn't fertilizer, so it was something like fertile soil. He's gonna try and take my damn botanist writings. Oh, no, he's taking the stupid magic wood. Should just let him taking it. No one wants the dumb stuff anyways. Oh, it is just fertilizer. I got the fertilizer mixed up with something else when I was looking at things before. You go ahead and you buy that big sack of poop. I hope you enjoy it. A thief again. Get out of Dodge. Finally someone bought the ancient wood. And I sold it to them in a big stack of 10, so it's at least marginally worthwhile for me after all that. Hey man, that fertilizer ain't cheap. I only took it from the best cow anuses around. I can't have you stealing that from me. Everyone's buying up a bunch of shit right at the very end of the day. The shop is like closed. And everyone was like, hey, you know what? Let's just buy everything on this entire table. Well, thanks guys. Now I have like twice as much money as I started this episode with, which I just was not expecting in the slightest. Those botany jottings. Ooh, baby. Selling like $20,000 of botany jottings with an insane tip jar. That makes such a huge difference. Thank you all so much. Well, now I'm very, very close to being able to afford the next boots or helmet or whatever part of armor I decide that I want. So I basically need nothing to be able to afford that now. Maybe as soon as I get it, then I rocket myself back to town with the quick return style teleporter so that I can cash that in and then make use of it if I'm planning to take the forest dungeon boss on again in this episode. Stab straight through that bush. Don't let that stupid bush tell you what you can and cannot kill. Okay, well, I guess we should probably take this opportunity to go down into the desert dungeon just for a quick tour. It's early on, low risk, potentially high reward. So I think when I don't really care if I drop anything that I'm currently carrying is the time to do it. My god, that screen warping is annoying. This fire spitting thing, which I didn't expect it to spit fire like that, that was pretty intense, feels like the walking bush of the desert area. It just looked very similar. Ooh, we found quite a bit of those, and I think these are actually on my wish list. Yeah, they are. The magnetite. They're totally useful for one of the things that I'm hoping to eventually craft. I think for like the next tier of things that cost like 200,000 that I'm probably a ways from actually being able to afford. But it's cool to suddenly have a supply of it in case I happen to find myself feeling awful flush. Like it's something within reason that I would be able to splash out for. Oh my goodness. I can't even explain to you the satisfaction of running into something like this and then just one hit, and just chopping your way through it. You can maybe understand a little bit, but probably not fully. Because it's a glorious, glorious feeling. Oh, right, I forgot that I totally upgraded my health. That's good. It should make things a little bit easier on me. I have not taken any damage yet, because everything's been pretty damn easy to smash my way through. I'm so sick of hearing about these patterns. Do you know what's a pattern I'm starting to recognize? That there's only like 2 pages to this book, and all of them are quite annoying to read. Excessively long. How's that for a pattern? Down to level 2. Ended up having to clear out pretty much the entirety of level 1 to find 2. I'm hoping I can get through 2 a little more quickly than I did 1. Ah, nuts. Stupid things snuck me by and managed to get a shot in. Whacking away at my good sleep. I think that's where that bonus 50 comes from, is like having a good rest in the special upgraded bed. I can't get that back, which is a bummer once it's gone. Get out of here. I think it very mildly poisoned me there. Oh, so much botany. All of the botany. Is there a quick hotkey to just send things to the mirror? Because I kind of wish there was often. I think I forgot to empty some of that out into my chests back at town again. I feel like I frequently do it. That's very frustrating. Just stomping on some snails that I saw climbing around. For 6,000, might be worth it to turn out, go back up top and deposit some things. But I'm also thinking, if I just make it down to level 3 sooner than later, I can go on the hunt for that specialty thing. That would be nice and helpful. I saw the sparkly hole, the Brad Pitt, as I told myself I was going to be calling them, so I should make sure I'm remaining committed to the Brad Pitt. Ooh, yeah. Oh, but son of a bitch, as soon as I claim it, one of those dumb things is going to come for me. Those are worth so little. I've decided that I want it, though. I want it, I'm going to take it, and I think I'm going to immediately take the ability to return way out of here. Well, first I should kill some of this stuff. I don't have time to check in the gold dungeon, or the gold chest, really. Speed powder, I don't know what that is. It feels like a thing that I want. Okay. We are going, yes. And then as soon as we come back, then all I'm going to have to do is like click on that chest and just grab everything from it. Because I want that. I want everything out of there. Because I don't know what some of that stuff is. And so if I just scoop it up right quick, then I can guarantee that I retrieve it. So I don't risk losing what is some cool new shit that, you know, I can probably only find in one of those specific gold chests. I feel very, very tense all of a sudden. That was a lot. There's a lot to try and squeeze out of there away from that guy. Hey, did I go back to full health, including the special like rest bonus or whatever it was? Because that's real great. I like having that a lot. Hey, Is that thing no longer coming for me? Oh, and did the contents of the chest change? The goop monster is no longer coming from me. For me, is what I'm trying to say. That's like a neat little specialty trick once you start getting chased by that guy, because he usually chases you because you've been spending too long in the dungeon, so I guess he also comes and chases you when you go to those secret areas, and so it's a quick little trick to escape him. Man, did I ever take more of a beating there than I should have. That was painfully amateur. But I was just hoping that I could kill the mimic quickly, because they are a humongous pain in the ass. Wow, a room full of this many of these things is a pain in the ass. I'm hoping I can kind of ride it out in that safe-looking little pocket there. That worked very well. I'm going to go to a safety pocket again here, because I do not want that thing hitting me. They do way more damage than I personally feel like they should. So distance is being kept. I want to hit up the fountain on this floor before I completely leave. Oh wait, somewhere between here and the way down to that final boss thing, there's gonna be a secret area where I can send a bunch of shit back to town. If I interpreted that thing correctly. That might have been the last episode. I don't think that came from this episode. But we're gonna keep an eye out for that, because that'll change things dramatically, having that ability. This thing, I feel like its whip looks like it has a much wider range than it actually does. And so it always feels like it's going to hit me, but because I'm attacking from a distance with the spear, it usually keeps me far enough away that it's not a real concern. Hey, remove the curse, it is speed powder. And so all this stuff might have been the same stuff that we saw down there below, or before. It's just that now... for some reason it became hidden, whereas it wasn't before. But it might be the same stuff that was always in the chest all along. Peculiar how that worked out. I like the music a lot on this level of the dungeon. It feels very silly. Much more silly than like any of the other music that we've heard in this game so far. I'll let that play for a moment. Silly, right? Do you guys get that vibe too? Playful. There's like a playfulness to it that I like. Lots of botanist jottings that I'm trying to make sure I get away with here. Perfection. Ooh, that jelly was coming right for me. But I got in there first. What? Oh no. What? That did not look like the boss. At all. I fucked that up big time. I gotta be very careful here. I did not realize I was walking down to the boss. Shit. I was just kind of chugging along. Man, there might have been a sparkle pit that I missed then. If I was actually that close to the boss, there was probably something that I could have hit up. Whatever that most recent room was that had pits probably had the thing that I was looking for. Oh my god. That was a lot of damage dealt very quickly. I do not like this boss very much. Oh shit, now the bullet hell stuff is kicking off. And that's only gonna get worse the more of these like minions that get raised, so I do have to try and take them out as much as I can. God damn, what is up with this shit? Fuck off with all that. Come on, man. That's such an excessive amount of force. And now I got, like, nothing left to heal with. I gotta try and land these 3 hits more often, because I'm not gonna kill this thing otherwise. There's not a lot of tell of when he's going to start using his spike thing. Ah, there is. You just have to be nearer to him to actually see it happening. I, unfortunately, had kind of made my way away from him. How is he going to start mixing up his attack and becoming more difficult here? Because that's bound to happen very soon, right? Shit, 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 shit. Oh god. Oh god damn. I've never been sweatier in my entire life. That's not true at all, but it's feeling like a lot right now. Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god. Those things are so goddamn strong. Oh my god, you can touch them, or you can still get hurt by them just by walking into them. That's fucked. There's so little that I have to do to win this. Come on, you piece of shit. That's fucked. Oh my god, I was not treating that as if there was any remote chance of actually ever winning it. The whole time I was just like, well, you know, I'm gonna die at any point here. So I feel like there was some level of urgency, but at the same time I was like, well, this is a write-off. I'm just fully prepared to lose everything that I'm currently walking around with. A full stash full of potions that I had zero access to. That's always a pain in the ass. What are these? I feel like this is kind of like how the Golem King dropped a bunch of weird crystals. I got these Mutae seeds, which I'm going to have to look up because I need to know whether or not those are actually useful for anything. I think they're just meant to be sold for massive amounts of cash. I can't really guess at that though, which is a little kind of unfair. Seems unfair because I would hate to sell them and then they do end up being useful for something at some point. I need to make sure I'm getting the most out of them. It would be so stupid to waste that, right? Let's take a look at what's in this chest. So obviously I can't take all this with me right now. I don't know if I trust that I can take that and that it'll bring me back. I don't think that it will. I can't teleport out of here right now? Seriously? That fucks me up big time. Alright, well, I'm just getting rid of, like, everything that I know isn't worth a lot of money to just guarantee that I make it out of here with the stuff that is guaranteed going to be worth something. It's kind of stupid to have to do it that way. I don't know, I probably could have... I don't know. Maybe that is it. Maybe that is all I could have done. Oh, it's kind of funny that in the bottom right hand there it shows the things from the desert dungeon that I killed. That they like outrank even the boss because they're technically from like a later dungeon in the game. Kind of silly how that's set up. What the hell just happened? How the hell did we suddenly finish this boss off? I mean, that was kind of the plan. Yeah, that was the plan. When I really think about it, it just didn't happen when I thought it would, because I was just trying to find that secret area. Boy, you defeated the Golem King, now the Forest Guardian? You risk too much. Pushing me to a heart attack is what you're doing. Your grandfather would be worried sick if he was still around. Worried and unreasonably proud. I can just hear him. My grandson, a merchant that slays guardians. Can you believe that? That man, as stressful as you. At the request of the town, I am to inform you the desert dungeon is now open to all. Fools! We closed these dungeons for a reason. Additionally, there should be a new shop expansion on the town board. Hopefully that will keep you busy, away from any further guardians. Moonlighter is starting to look like its old busy self, though. I mean, was it ever this big? People don't really downgrade buildings. You don't add a story to a building, come on hard times, and then take a story off of the building. So I feel like it's better than ever, is what you're saying. I can't imagine that it's somehow being expanded upon and improved in all these ways, and that's somehow worse? I'm a little worried about the desert dungeon. With the weird, creepy, wavy walls and stuff, that might get difficult addedly difficult, and like, I don't know, I'm a little worried about that one. Interested in making your money work for you? Trust your money in the hands, and I will make it grow before your eyes. Signed, the banker. I think I want the shop upgrade first. Adds new showcases, more decor space, and a brand new quest point, so merchants can receive customer requests. That sounds very cool. Man, look at the new layouts. So this just adds 2 new tables. Here you would have, what is that, 10 total? 12 total tables, and then here it probably adds 2 more again, just in increasingly different layouts. But you keep getting new chests and everything. Yeah, we'll definitely upgrade the shop. Makes the most sense to me, I think. I'm curious to see how it changes from the outside. Whether or not that'll actually be noticeable. Nope, not at all. Very impressive how he expands things. Great use of space. The silver cash register, the added tips have made a big difference, so maybe I should aim for that right away. The extra bed. I kind of want the bed and the chest, or the bed and the register, and I kind of want the banker. I wonder if I focus on that sort of stuff before focusing on buying new gear. Whew, that was hard work. Still not trusting me? Remember, it is bigger on the inside. Cool. Do these display cases like sell for more or anything cool or special like that? Oh, this is Botany Jottings 3. These are new. Look how many jottings I've made off with that time. I did all that cool duplication business and I ended up with a boatload. Did I never find a price for that? I did, and it just didn't record it because sometimes the game does really frustrating things like that. I don't know why it doesn't work sometimes. Lots of histories and stuff to put up for sale. Make sure I cash in on this fad as much as possible. Once in a lifetime opportunity for me. Alright, I think from what I've seen, these Carnivorous Mutae seeds and the Golem King crystals, that stuff is literally, it is just for selling. How the heck I couldn't figure out how to get behind there for a moment. Oh yeah, I can place multiple things. But yeah, I think that stuff is just for selling. So I don't have to worry about it too hard, thinking that I'm missing out on some great opportunity by selling them. Longer days. Cool. Hey, we should go look at the drawing on our table just to show the 2 things crossed out. Nice progress overall. Take some of this stuff with me that I should definitely be selling along with everything else. Okay, lots of highly priced valuables. I'm gonna make a killing today. Rake in a shitload. Oh. A thief, a new style of thief just wandered in. Someone slightly less identifiable. But it's interesting that when they walk in the room, they just like put out some sort of weird thieving vibe that's like you can immediately pick up on it. Man, if I let them get away with all of that, I would kick myself in the crotch because that would be so much to lose out on. That would be so frustrating. Such a major loss. Hey, nice. Someone's picking out a history already. Another thief just immediately walks in, hey? Well, I gotta keep a very tight eye on them. They're probably gonna go straight for the valuables. But I also gotta make sure I make these sales that people don't get impatient and leave. Wigging me out super hard walking around like that. I'm glad to see I'm selling all of this stuff, though. They're going for it. I gotta cut them off. Oh, good. They're pretty slow. They didn't even try and take anything that valuable. They took these dumb seeds that are basically worth nothing. I'm gonna stick the Carnivorous Mutae jottings up high. You know what? Maybe even like a step higher, just because who knows? It's like the only one of those I'm ever gonna get. Maybe you can go back and fight the Carnivorous Mutae more times and earn more money. I don't actually know if it lets you refight those. The speed powder should have been priced higher, definitely. Oh, we got our standard thief coming back in here. Man, getting rid of these thieves is going to be such a huge pain in the ass now, isn't it, moving forward? They're just going to be coming in all the goddamn time. Trying to take my Mutae jottings. Whoever jotted those put their heart and soul into jotting that down and making sure things were documented. They put their life on the line for that. You're just going to steal it? You're gonna rob our beautiful town of Inoka of that beautiful history? That shady piece of shit. Ah, nice. Nice, that guy went for it. Now we know they're in the hands of a true scholar. I can rest easy knowing how educated the town is about to be. Seems like as all this stuff gets spread around, people would become more knowledgeable about handling those dungeons. They could go do some adventuring for themselves and really bolster the town. I'm doing such a service here. What is this witch? She has just been standing there staring at the counter for like an absurd amount of time, for what I presume would be like hours and hours in the game, like half the day, and just not moving. It's wigging me out a little bit. Piss or get off the pot. Alright, these things though, they're starting out super high. And we got 2 of them. What do you guys want? Oh, talk. What? Oh, these are the requests coming in, I think. 10 times Mother Golem. 3 days? Could you bring me 10 notes from the Mother Golem? I guess so? I guess I could try. Oh, man. Did not know that was a thief. What happens if I don't do these? 5 times fertilizer for 10,000, and this guy wants 5 times chilled lava for 40,000? Wait, he says 5 days left, but he wants them in 3 days? Confusing, man. Mixed messages that you're sending me here. I really don't know how those quests are gonna work, actually. I don't know how to keep track of them. I really hope there is something set up in the game to track that. Because otherwise, I'm not going to remember what those people asked for. They were asking for some awfully specific shit. I have no guarantees I'll remember any of it. Huge injection of cash. If I can, I'm going to buy the banker. It might not let me do it. I can't do it at nighttime. Stupid. What a stupid rule that you have. Alright. I can't buy that without no longer being able to afford the bank. I want the bank because I want to see to what extent he can, like, turn over my money. I'm hoping it's a significant amount. I don't know how much investing you need to do in order to turn it around and make it worthwhile, but we're going to experiment with it. And I think I'm going to start out with a decently large sum just to try and make it as worthwhile as possible. Is he going to set up the banker just right to my left of where I'm immediately standing right now? Oh. Is he even going to have a shop? I don't know if I trust a banker who just stands there rifling around in his pockets. He doesn't even have a shop or anything. He's just fiddling around with like 1 gold coin. Edward! Yes, I'm Edward. I'm a new citizen of this marvelous town. I like to call myself a broker. I deal in capital, making gold work for you. Invest in my business ventures and I'll make you a rich man. I hit the button too soon and filled in the sentence myself. I might have been right. I'm busy with other business at the moment. Come again in 6 days and we'll talk again. Oh, are you serious? I gotta wait 6 days? That's like a pretty significant amount of time in my world. I might have spent all my money on many other things in that time. I wouldn't count on it that I'm just gonna, still have all of this money and, a hole burning in my pocket just waiting for it to be spent. It's kind of unlikely. I probably will have moved on. My attention span is short. Increases the speed of visitors. I kind of like the sounds of that. Max number. Every visitor adds a generous tip. And decreases the probability of thieves. Oh, I do like that a lot, actually. Oh, I can already start getting the ones for the desert dungeon. So delays delivery dates of shop requests. Oh, in case I'm being slow getting back to people, decreases probability of thieves, increases time shop can be open. Less thieves would be real great. Speedier customers, I think, would be really great. I think I only have 2 places to stick decorations, though, don't I? Oh, I can place stuff on the wall. Cool. Faster walkers. Stick that right on the wall there, and I'll put up the other one that makes people tip better. Awesome. Awesome. I got 4 different things piling on my shop then, making it better. That's great. That's actually a very huge improvement overall. That fixes a lot. Well, I'm gonna sleep. 1, because I want more days to pass so I can deal with the banker, and because I just want to go down to the dungeon next. It's time to check that out, and it's full in its full extent, rather than just the tiny little previews that you get now and again. So next time when we come back, we'll be heading straight down to the desert dungeon. We'll see how that goes. I don't know if I feel super ready for it. It seems a little challenging, actually. You piece of shit. What does he say if I talk to him? I've heard the desert dungeon guardian hasn't been found yet. Maybe there isn't a desert dungeon guardian. Oh, or someone defeated it a long time ago. What if that's it? Well, you're a dirty thief, and I don't want to hear what you have to say. And I'm just going to thieve from this tree. Speaking of thieves, I guess I'm no better than he. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you again soon.